News, live at 6.
It's not about me. It's about what can this department do to keep this community safe, to protect this community, and support our officers, because if our officers aren't supported, they don't take as good a care of the community as they could.
New tonight, a candid conversation with Fresno's new interim police chief. Mindy Casto talks with Action News for the first time since taking over as the city's temporary top cop. It's a role she's held since former Chief Paco Balderrama was put on leave before he resigned last week. And thanks for joining us tonight for Action News. I'm Warren Armstrong.
And good evening, I'm Margot Kim. Mindy Casto is a familiar face to many in our community, but now she's suddenly in the spotlight at a difficult time for her department.
Action News reporter Kate Nemrich joins us live in studio with what the interim chief is sharing about the future for her agency and her own career. Kate?
Good evening, Warren, Margot. The Fresno Police Department is not commenting on the investigation into former Chief Paco Balderrama or his departure, but I was able to sit down with Deputy Chief Mindy Casto to talk about her transition to interim chief and the potential for her to take on the position long term. Fresno's new interim police chief is taking over during a time of turmoil, but she has a wealth of experience to guide her along the way. Deputy Chief Mindy Casto was appointed to lead the department of nearly 900 officers on June 13th. That's the same day former Chief Paco Balderrama was put on leave during an investigation into an inappropriate off-duty relationship he had with an officer's wife. Less than 2 weeks later, on July 25th, Balderrama stepped down. The mayor and city manager are sitting down this week to set their expectations in their search for a new leader. But Mayor Jerry Dyer says the process could take 4 to 5 months. Casto has her priorities set for as long as she remains in the position. First and foremost, protecting the community and building trust, starting in the department.
If employees are really unhappy and don't trust the leadership, they're not performing at optimum levels. So that's our job, my team and I, to help keep that, keep the officers supported, but also hold them accountable. That way that we have trust with the community and can do a better job policing them.
Casto says she hasn't decided yet if she'll apply to be the permanent chief.
This is a huge city. It deserves nothing less than a chief that's fully committed. And that's me right now. For the future, I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
She says that decision will be a family one, which includes her husband and fellow Fresno officer Steve Casto. He is a surgeon in the support division working on Axon software development. Nepotism rules do not prevent Casto from taking on the chief position if she does apply, because she will not be in direct command of her husband. Recently, negotiations to renew the Axon contract for both tasers and body cameras were delayed in City Hall. Casto says it was disappointing, but she understands the concerns.
We have to be transparent. I can't just talk about the importance of trust and transparency and not live it. So there were questions that actually deserved an answer. We have those answers.
Casto has served with the Fresno Police Department for nearly 30 years. Fresh out of high school, she became a cadet in 1996 and was hired with the department in 1997. She's risen through the ranks holding many roles, including working in internal affairs and as a union representative for officers accused of misconduct.
It's sort of like an attorney might, sometimes be a prosecutor and other times on the defense, but it was very interesting to help get a bigger picture of both sides of the entire investigation. It's just a great way to be well-rounded and actually help conduct more thorough investigations.
Casto was eager to develop more relationships with community organizations. She was named one of Marjorie Mason Center's top 10 professional women in 2022 and now serves on the board for the organization, which provides shelter and services for those affected by domestic violence. Balderrama is with the department until July 25th, working in an advisory role. Casto says she hasn't settled into the position yet enough to reach out to him for guidance, but adds she has received many supportive messages from local leaders. Casto was already the highest-ranking woman in the department before, and if she does pursue the permanent role, she could become the city's first female chief. Warren?